Hi there, this is Joe from ShopTo, and you join us on Twitch, on YouTube, and on iTunes, and this is the ShopTo Gaming Show episode 28. So welcome.
E3 special.
E3 special or free? Yep, E3 special. Although, for some reason my camera's really laggy, so I do apologise. I don't know why it's doing that, but hey, you know what the internet and things like that's like. They're a bit annoying sometimes, aren't they? But what can you do? All you can do is just say
roll on, get on with it. Yeah.
Okay, so welcome. I was trying to sit in front of your guys the Skype thing so that you don't, so it doesn't look like we're on Skype, but oh well, it's a bit tough. Okay, I don't have my notes, but we're only talking about E3. There's no gaming news as such this week. E3's the gaming news.
It is the news, isn't it? Yes.
So that's good.
Well, let's start off where we hit the news. I mean, how did you find it this year? Did you find it exciting? Not going to, pick certain things yet, but I mean, did you feel that it excelled in what you were expecting, or was it a bit boring this year for you?
I thought it was mostly good. I mean, we'll rate it at the end. We'll give them all a rating at the end of what order we would put them in. But yeah, I thought it was mostly good. I've done it a good way this year actually, because usually what I do is I stay up from the first conference all the way through, and then I just stay up, and then I don't sleep until today probably. So this year I covered the 8, which was 9 o'clock UK, and then for Bethesda, or whatever we call them, Bethesda, I can never say that. I can't even spell
Bethesda.
Bethesda. I can't even spell it right. Always put the D before the S as well. Call myself an editor. Bethesda, for them, they were on something stupid like 3 in the morning or whatever. So what I did was I went to bed, got up at 5, covered all the news. So all the news was done by 7. So I was quite happy with that. Everyone waking up, and it looked as if I'd stayed awake all night writing the news, whereas I'd got up 2 hours earlier. And I'd done the same with Sony. The next night I went to bed, got up at 5, watched it, covered the news. It was there for people waking up at 7. Good idea, eh?
Yeah.
And I don't
dedication.
I don't feel as tired, so that's
well
good. Because that's hard. That's
nice one.
E3's hard work. So it is.
I hope work appreciates it, Joe.
To be fair, on Monday I did work the entire day from 5 AM to 11 at night, so that was quite tough.
There's a lot of news flying around, weren't there, at that time? So yeah.
Yeah, it was tough, but don't get the violins out just yet, because I did enjoy it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So
exactly. That's why we do it, isn't it?
So there we go. So yeah, so that's pleasing. That was fun. So so let's just talk about it. So the first one obviously was EA on the Sunday. So let's talk about that. Now that kicked off with Titanfall. Titanfall, was it?
Yeah.
Titanfall. Yep. That kicked off with Titanfall 2. And
kind of knew that was coming, didn't we? So
yeah.
I mean, how'd you feel that? I mean, obviously they mentioned the new single player campaign, which is a massive sort of omission previously. I mean, do you think that's a good direction they're going in now?
What that having a campaign?
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably one of the things that they should have done in the first place. To be honest, in the very first game, there was no campaign, and it kind of felt a bit like it was a bit light in content. To be fair,
yeah.
The thing is, I mean, when you look at they hold all the stats, don't they? They know exactly what's going on when people play games, and what they probably find is only a small minority of people actually complete the campaign totally, and then focus on the multiplayer. So what they think is, why spend all that money on a single player when everyone plays multiplayer? So they do that, and they get shot down for it.
Yeah. Well, but to be
fair, it was missing though. Yeah.
To be fair, they didn't really put enough content in.
True. That's where it went wrong. But if that multiplayer had a campaign, then that wouldn't have been a problem. But I think it was light. I do agree. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what the problem was. Like we say, they never really put enough content in there, and so what we've done now is we've got this campaign coming, and then we've also got the more sort of what would you call it? A more I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. My brain's went in a melting pot. They've got more sort of substance, I think, to the multiplayer. And they've got the single player. They've obviously got, I think it's 6 new Titans.
Cool.
And grappling hooks and stuff. And the multiplayer, you can grapple your hook grapple hook your way up to the Titan, get in. And we're actually just watching it on the screen here. It just looks full.
It's a good video, actually. Yeah.
It looks like the first game, but better, and that's what I wanted. I just wanted more substance, and that was it. Because there wasn't really a lot wrong with the first game in terms of action.
Hell no, it was spot on. I mean, the controls of the characters and the Titans were amazing, weren't they?
It's just that it needed more. It needed more substance, and it looks like it's going to get it now. I mean, I think. God, I can't remember the release date now. Let me just have a quick look because we've got it up here. When's the release date?
I think it was like end of October, wasn't it? It was beating Call of Duty. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I know it's very close to Battlefield. It's like a week in it or something stupid.
It was very because they had the sort of the belief that there's 2 very different games, so different fans will buy it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll be getting both Battlefield and Titanfall because I love the first Titanfall, but as you said, there wasn't as much as there could have been in the multiplayer. I mean, with the introduction of all these new Titans, the one with the sword and the guy that slams the floor and stuff, it just looks like Titanfall 1, but how it should have been maybe. And then I don't know if I'll play the single player. I probably won't, but Titanfall on PS4 is going to be great. I'm looking forward to that quite a lot.
October 28th.
It's on the PlayStation, yeah.
October 28th.
There you go.
Right, one of the next things they talked about was Madden 17, but we don't care about that, so we'll skip that.
Nah.
Then it was Mass Effect, which looks fantastic.
Andromeda.
I think that's going to be a while. Yeah, 2017 easily, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it looks wonderful, so I'm quite excited about that. But we don't want to spend too much time focusing on Mass Effect because it's not a game we'll be playing this year, so we'll talk about that when it's around, I think. One of the things that was quite surprising was FIFA 17, and they've got the Journey now, which is like how would you explain that? It's like a sort of campaign, isn't it, for FIFA?
It's almost like the Be a Pro mode, but with like more story to it. It is kind of designed to be a thing that you play through maybe once or twice, and then it's just an experience, but not having the customization in it. I think maybe we'll see that in the one after, but I think it's a good start. It definitely looks really, really fun.
Yeah, you had that weird guy come on the stage as well, talking about it.
Alex Hunter, the guy that plays him in the game, yeah.
Was he actually the guy who plays him in the game, and he's going, I'm FIFA. I'm here to win the cup.
Yeah.
And he looked really fat. He looked like he could never be a footballer. There's no way you're a footballer, mate. Did you see him? He's got a big belly.
I don't know if we're thinking of the same guy, but...
No, he does. He's got a big belly.
That one. Yeah, I've just seen it on the stream. Yeah, this guy. This guy is the guy they based Alex Hunter in the game off of. It's literally like
no way he's a footballer. What's that? He's got a belly on him. Anyway,
he did pretty well with the speech, so maybe he's an actor or something. I think.
Yeah, well, I don't think they would get a real footballer to do it, so I'm pretty sure he's an actor. But yeah. But no, that looks alright. That got me quite interested. I was thinking, well, that could be good. That could be alright. But anyway, whatever. Also, other games, let's just flick through it fast. We had Fee, which is a sort of weird unravel type of game. It's one of their new projects, which is called EA Originals, and basically they're just going to take first time experience and bring them to the world. First time experiences and bring them to the world. That was their idea. Just to say, hey, here's new games, we're going to help promote them, blah blah, sort of thing. So yeah, so Fee was the first one of those EA Originals. And then we got to look at Star Wars. Star Wars! We didn't really get much of a look at the Battlefront DLC, but we did get told there would be a new Battlefront next year. And then by the sounds of things, Vizreal's third-party game is coming in 2018. Although, to be honest, they never really showed a lot of details of any games. They showed this sort of EA video, which went through all the different things they're working on for Star Wars.
The different teams, wasn't it?
And they gave this really brief glimpse into Vizriel's game, and it looked friggin' epic. I mean, it was literally a 10-second clip, if that. Oh, and it looked good.
It's enough to get you excited, isn't it?
It was like, oh my god, I want to play that right now. And they also showed the Star Wars VR experience, a brief glimpse of that, and it was just basically you in an X-Wing.
Yeah, I was surprised they showed that, because obviously it got a bit more attention on the PlayStation, didn't it?
Yeah.
On the Sony announcements.
It was literally a tiny glimpse at it. So it was
enough, though.
But it was like, oh yeah, I cannot wait to play that. So yeah, that was good. That made me excited. So yeah, but I mean, there wasn't really much else to EA. What else was there? Battlefield 1, obviously, which looks brilliant. I mean, the gameplay shown looked brilliant, but that was a bit.
Was that console gameplay they were showing, or was that PC gameplay? Because it looked amazing. Because it showed that it was very proud to say actual gameplay footage, which I was like, okay, this is interesting.
They're going to show it off in the best.
So good.
They're going to show it off in the best way they can. So
I'm guessing it's PC they were showing.
I don't know why
when that Zeppelin fell down, I was like, "Oh my god, that looks insane!"
It's amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
oh my god.
No, it just looked epic. So I mean, EA was pretty disappointing. Actually, I thought overall, really, I have to say, I can't say it was wonderful, because I mean, we just talked about it there. Nothing. Battlefield stuck out. The Star Wars stuff exciting, but there wasn't really a lot of it shown. And then you had FIFA, which was FIFA, and it wasn't really there was barely anything on the gameplay and how good it's going to be. So I mean, Mass Effect's not coming out for a while. I'd say. I'm
guessing the stuff like that you'll probably find more stuff. Obviously, this is just a very brief introduction. If you go onto the shop to the E3 floor, you'll probably get more information, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I'd say EA's conference was fairly disappointing personally, and then we move on to the
guys that make Skyrim.
We move on to the guys that make Skyrim. Bethesda, I call them, but see, I don't mind calling them Bethesda, but obviously you don't like me calling them that, because that's not what they're called. Bethesda, I can't say it. Must be a Scottish
Bethesda.
thing. Bethesda.
There you go.
Bethesda. I'm looking at a bald guy on the screen at the moment. But yeah, so theirs was okay, actually. I mean, they showed quite a Prey, obviously. Prey is the one that sticks out for me, but it looks a lot different. It kind of worries me a bit, that one, because it looks a lot different from what it did when I saw it at Gamescom. Because when I saw it at Gamescom, it looked absolutely epic. It was like, oh my god, this looks so good. And then it was a bit like, oh, I don't know, it kind of looks like all other Bethesda's games.
Yeah.
Now, it's a bit like, oh, what have they done? It kind of looks like Dishonored, it looks like Fallout, it looks like Skyrim, because they kind of look the same, don't they? To be fair, games.
Their engines are very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, they all
like
have the
update
same
each time,
sort of aesthetic to them, so I don't know. So I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, they showed Quake Champions, they showed Elder Scrolls Online Dark Brotherhood, they showed Elder Scrolls Legends, they showed Fallout 4 and DLC, and Skyrim Special Edition, which is quite exciting. What do you think of Skyrim Special Edition, PS4, Xbox One? Apparently it will support the mods, and apparently...
Yes, I saw the mods they support, yeah, that's cool.
We'll have all the DLC. We got some DLC for Doom, Dishonored 2 as well, so that I think that's a fairly decent lineup in there.
It's a strong one for that sort of company. I think it's a very strong lineup for them.
I want to see more in Prey though. I mean, if it's as good as it used to be, then I'm quite excited about that, to be honest. So let's see how that turns out. But yeah, overall, what do you think? Anything stick out for you, Bethesda?
Well, I think the Skyrim HD, I wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about it in the future. I mean, obviously people that have already bought the PC version with all this whistles and bells, they will get the update for free. I was wondering if that would be similar sort of approach for the console or not.
What? Oh, if you own the PlayStation 3 version.
Yeah, with all the DLC packs and things,
Nah,
will you get
it's only for
yeah.
PC. If you own the PC version and
shame.
you own the DLC, you'll get the special edition free, I think.
Hmm.
If you own the PS3 version, you're going to pay for it again. There's no doubt
a shame.
about it.
Now, also, I mean, I'm throwing it because I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. Well, do you know about any save games carrying over, or you've got to start again?
Nah, I don't see it. There's not. It's a different console. They're not going to do that, are they?
Well, you can do it backwards compatible. You can just bring over from the cloud, can't you, on the Xbox 360 to Xbox One? It'd be interesting to know that. Yeah.
They're not going to do it. I'm telling you.
No,
I think I'd like to play through it all over again anyway if I was going to get the HD version, because I don't know, it'd be like a different experience. I think
I never completed it. I only got halfway through and then sort of put it to bed. And now I've heard this. I'm like, well, what's the point? So I'm hoping I don't want to start all over again. It would be nice to sort of jump in where I was, but yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. So there we go. Try to think. What we do next?
The following day. There's
the following day. See, my brain's still kind of in the day before, I think.
Microsoft, wasn't it?
Yeah, Microsoft was next, yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
A nice mid-afternoon one for the UK, which is nice. I think everyone managed to watch that one, didn't they?
Microsoft was kind of a difficult one to follow, I thought, because they done quite a good job.
Yeah.
They were really pushing the Windows 10, Xbox One compatibility, which I think for them is quite an achievement. But as a gamer, I'm like, where's the games?
Yeah, so no, I thought they'd done a good job.
Hopefully, this is something that's going to last, because they've had this before with achievement swapping and things like that. They had it with the Games for Live, which they done years ago. Certain titles had Games for Live. I don't know why no one liked it. I think it's all the DRM that was involved. But they dropped that. So is this a similar thing? Is this just a re-imaging of what was there before? I don't know.
I don't know. There's so much stuff. Sorry, I was just fighting with someone on the forum there. So it's the problem with streaming live on Twitch, isn't it? When there's people typing stuff, it's like, go away. But there's just what the thing about Microsoft is. I mean, I know what you're saying about the Xbox Live. What were you talking about there? Because I wasn't paying attention.
Well, because obviously previously it was the games for Xbox Live games, something like that, where PC games, for example, the Gears of War, Dark Souls was one of them as well. They unlocked achievements that you would find on your Xbox 360 console. I was wondering if this is the same idea again or what.
No, what this says is it's basically if you own a game on one, you own it on the other.
Oh, I know that, but they dropped this old version previously because of all the DRM issues. I'm wondering if it's going to be very similar this time around.
Oh, no. I think all the initiative is if you own it in one, you own it in the other. It's as simple as that, really.
It's a good idea. They need to do something like that, because obviously PlayStation sort of romping away with their crossplay, aren't they?
But they're not on Steam. So they're on Windows.
That does suck.
So I think that's a lot of the issues people have, really, with things like that. That it's not on Steam, it's on Windows. So,
but Steam, I know Steam's not the monopoly. You know, it's an open market. They can do their own thing as long as there's a lot of material there to warrant it going back to it, and has the same accessibility that Steam has. And also, we all know why we use Steam is for the deals and the Christmas sales and the things like that. So hopefully there's something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, there's so much to Microsoft. Let's just kind of go over it a bit, because it was the
usual suspects. It was your Forza, wasn't it? It was your Gears of War. Lots of new versions of that.
There wasn't really a lot of games, to be fair, showing.
Where I wanted to see more of was the independent stuff that they had, the ID Xbox stuff. And they really just quickly run through a quick video reel of that, and it looks some generally interesting titles, stuff that they showed last year, like that Cup one.
Cuphead.
That's it, the classic. You know, that was last year. I mean, it's still here now, waiting. Yeah. There was the something about there's a moon one that looked quite interesting, with an astronaut wandering around the moon. That looked quite cool. I forget the name already, but they went through it so quickly. I was a bit like, oh, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of games shown. They started with this new Xbox S, which is basically a slim Xbox.
Yeah.
4K.
Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray.
video.
Make sure you remember that. Yeah, not just 4K gaming. It's just a Blu-ray, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a Blu-ray. It's got HDR, which is high dynamic range. So basically, that means if you're gaming, it's more colourful.
Cool.
That's what HDR is. It just kind of gives you more vivid colours and stuff. So that'll make a difference to games, but it won't. I don't think it makes a massive difference. Apparently, games are upscaled to 4K, but if you own a 4K TV, they're upscaled anyway because of the technology and the television. So I don't really think that'll make much of a difference. It's basically, I mean, Phil Spencer said himself, it's basically an Xbox One. That's what it is. It's just a smaller one that plays 4K videos. So there you go. That's what it is. I mean, if you want 4K video player at £250, it's not a bad price. But if you're, like he said, if you're buying it because you want to play your games at a better quality, then there's no point buying this one because it's just an Xbox One. So,
but it does take up a lot less space. It's a lot smaller. I think the new controller's a lot more responsive. It's got a better range, and you don't have a power brick, which is probably the size of a Wii behind the TV.
I'm looking at mine now. It's not
it's huge, isn't it?
If you own an Xbox One, though, unless you're a pure video file and you want 4K video, there's no point buying it.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, and this is going to lead on to obviously the next announcement they made. Well, right at the end of the show, which was their the Project Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew that was coming. But one more thing I want to say about that S is that I own a 4K TV, right? And my 4K, all 4K TVs are smart TVs. So you have Netflix built in, you have Amazon built in, and all that. And if you play Amazon or Netflix through the 4K TV using the Smart View, you're watching Amazon in 4K and Netflix in 4K. It's actually built into TV that you can watch Netflix in 4K, so you don't need an Xbox to do it. You can do it if you own a TV like that anyway. So the only purpose is for the actual player. So if you're intending to go out and buy discs, I mean, but if you're going out think, no, I'm going to stream Netflix from this, don't bother, because if you buy a 4K TV, you can stream Netflix from that anyway. So and 4K, so don't just, the only reason to buy it is if you don't have Xbox or if you want 4K disc. Otherwise, I would wait until Project Scorpio or PlayStation.
I'll quickly throw to you now, actually, because you say you have a 4K TV. Is there different standards of 4K TV out there?
Nah, I think they've kind of said.
Because I heard there was like numerous different 4Ks, and it's still a bit open as to which one's the market leader.
No. What it is there's 4K, right?
Yeah.
And then there's 4K, and then there's HDR, which when I got my TV, they weren't quite settled in a standard, but HDR is the standard now. And obviously you've got 4K. As long as you buy a 4K TV with HDR, you're sorted, you're fine. Right,
that's cool. Because I was getting, obviously, I mean, not many people did, but a few people did buy the HD discs that the Xbox 360 had. Obviously, thinking that was the way to go forward with instead of Blu-ray, but that was lost out. And I'm hoping this isn't another situation like that.
Yeah, I think if you buy a 4K TV, you're alright. Because I mean, I've got mine 2 years ago. Last year. I got it last year, and it was quite expensive, and now it's about half the price it was when I got it, which is
that's why I'm buying mine this year.
But when I got it, I looked at all these standards and stuff, and I thought, I saw that HDR was an upcoming thing, and at the time I could have got one that never had HDR. And I was thinking, I'll just pay a bit more and future-proof, so I done that. And thankfully, they're bringing out consoles that with HDR and stuff now, so I've done the right thing, thankfully. But so I think as long as you just do your research and stuff, you'll be able to get the right 4K TV. But obviously, 4K TVs are still very expensive. I mean, if you're wanting a 55-inch one, a decent one, you're still talking near enough $1,000. And probably over
Which leads me on to another question. I mean, do people want this? Do people really want 4K gaming?
I don't know. I mean, why are they releasing a console that's 4K if they don't? You have to wonder. There must be some demand for it. They don't just decide to do these things in a whim. There must be. they do
A,
the
a
research.
good friend, a friend of mine, I will name check him because he actually mentioned it's called Phil Harris, and he came up with quite an interesting sort of comparison between Microsoft and Sega consoles. Whereas the Xbox was like the underdog that no one expected it, just like the Master System. The 360 is the one that totally distorts the market and becomes the norm, which was also the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
The Xbox One was the arrogance kind of led them to believe people would blindly follow them. Kind of similar to the Saturn, and then is this Scorpio their Dreamcast, an amazing machine, well ahead of its time with capabilities, but no one wants it.
It's hard to know.
And that's my worry. Yeah,
if it's £800, no one will want it. That's for sure. And the way they're
yeah.
talking,
I mean, the Dreamcast was an amazing console when it came out, but no one wanted that console at the time.
The way Microsoft's
it'd be the
talking
same.
about this being the most powerful console of all time, and 6 teraflops and all that, it sounds expensive to me.
There's some seriously impressive stats behind it, and it's good. The good thing is they're announcing it now. We're not going to see it probably till next Christmas or next year, are we?
Yeah.
So by then, the cost of this stuff will come down quite a lot anyway.
Yeah, but you still need to pay for a 4K TV. And if they're releasing it with the thought of Oculus Rift and stuff, you're going to need to buy Oculus Rift. You're talking You're talking well over $2,000.
Well, see, that's what I was going to ask you actually, because they mentioned a lot. They didn't really go into much detail, but he always mentioned about VR all the time. He said, when he's spoken about Scorpio, he said about VR and VR. And I think you just answered it there. I take it they're going to be bringing the Oculus Rift to work with an Xbox?
Yeah, well, they've got an Oculus Rift deal anyway. When you buy an Oculus Rift, you get a Xbox controller with it. So, I mean, that's like where the route they'd be going down. So now you would have to buy this Oculus Rift. You'd have to buy 4K TV. You'd have to buy the Xbox One. It's just so much. It's just going to be so much money. And I was reading an article saying that even the highest end graphics card, which has got 9.5 teraflops or something, even that struggles to reach 4K at 30 frames per second.
I saw your Twitter post there. It's going to have to be very, very expensive. And I think that the hardcore gamers will love it, but there's quite a lot of people, and I know quite a few of my mates, who literally just buy it to play FIFA or Call of Duty every year, and that's just not going to appeal to them. And I think that is quite a lot of the market that just casually plays rather than is like, I need the best hardware and everything right now. So I think it may be a bit of a miss, but we'll have to wait and see. It might be a hit.
I don't see it. I think it'll sell to the people who sort of love that sort of thing, who love power and who love to go, mine's is better than yours. But I mean, apart from that, I think it's going to be quite difficult to sell that. I think they're going to have more chance. I think honestly, Sony would have more chance with their PS4K, because I don't think that's going to be quite as powerful, but it'll play 4K. I don't know how it will work. I'm not that technical, but I think it'll somehow trick it into playing games at 4K, but maybe not true 4K. I don't know how they would do that, if it's upscaling it or if it's sort of in between the two or whatever. But if it costs a little bit less and it still kind of does the same things, and people, the 40 million people who own a PS4, if they decide to go, they can take their games with them and they still work in that new system like Microsoft's doing, but obviously at a more higher rate. Then I think that's going to appeal. I think that's where Microsoft might struggle actually, because if Sony's doing the PS4K like they say they are, then where's the incentive to move to the Scorpio? Because obviously you can't play your PlayStation 4 games on the Scorpio. You can play them on the PS4K though, and there's 40 million people who own that. So I think they're not going to win any PlayStation fans over. I think they're hoping to get PC gamers more than anything, to be honest.
I mean, I was very, very surprised when they said it was true 4K. I mean, I thought the PS4K was going to upscale it. And then when they said that the Scorpio was going to be true 4K, I was like, as referring to the cost as well, it's going to be absolutely nuts. That is like, I think it may be a bit ahead of its time, as you said earlier, comparing it to the Sega consoles. But I thought even upscaling it is going to be expensive. So true 4K is going to be nuts.
No, I don't see how they're going to do it. I don't see who it's going to appeal to. I think they're going for the PC audience because obviously maybe they feel that the people who own a PC, if they're doing this game sharing thing that they're doing now, where if you buy an Xbox game, you get it on PC, maybe they're going, oh, we've given you a big PC library now, maybe you'll be keen to buy your box so you can play those games in your living room as well, sort of thing.
Mm.
That seems to be the only, because obviously PC gamers buy expensive hardware, so maybe that's the sort of people it's going to appeal to. And I think Sony's one.
Good point.
Sony's one will appeal to PlayStation gamers, but if they release a slightly more expensive one, it'll appeal to the PC gamer, to the PS4 gamers who kind of want that bit of extra power but don't want to pay too much more for it.
Mm.
But
I mean, also, like looking at their Xbox One I've got right now, I know it's got smaller, it's massive, and this 4K one is going to need to be friggin' huge. I look at my PC under my desk, I'm like, is this going to be the same size as the Xbox or something?
Yeah.
Because the stuff is going to be huge inside that thing. It's going to be really weird.
I wonder how big it'll be. Jeez, that's
be carrying it in like this.
That'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. It's going to be fun finding out what these... I mean, we don't know anything about the Sony one either. I mean, who knows what that's going to be. The little slim one, there's plenty of hardware out there, but I mean, let's move on from hardware. Let's talk about what was next. I mean,
Ubisoft won it, I think.
Microsoft, Ubisoft. To be honest,
to have your friend hosting it this time?
Yeah, it was that woman again. Actually, she only swore about 3 times. Aisha Taylor, was it? What was she called again?
Yeah,
Aisha somebody, whatever. She the singer, and they were dancing at the beginning of the Ubisoft, all doing a re-dance for Just Dance, and then
every year is the same. Then
she was on, and she actually never swore too much. We got to see a fair amount of games, but the problem with Ubisoft's I don't like is the pacing, because it's all just they're showing all the gameplay for the games, which is fair enough, but it's just like, some of them last like 10 minutes and you're falling asleep by the end of it going, oh, come on, show us something good. So, but I mean, to be fair to them, they did show a lot of decent games. Watch Dogs 2, the new, there's always seems to be a Tom Clancy game, doesn't there?
That one looked really good.
That's Wildlands, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then
that looked good.
No, there's a lot of good games. The one that I liked the most was the one at the end. Oh, what's it called again? The snowboarding.
Oh, Steep. Steep. Is it Steep?
Yeah, that looked good. That was like my SSX. That was just friggin' awesome. I was like, oh yes. Have you seen it, Dan? Steep.
No, I didn't see that one at all. I missed that one. I didn't bother with Ubisoft.
You need to YouTube Steep. It's basically SSX on Heat. You can go snowboarding, skiing, sort of, what's that thing where they put their jackets up and they kind of float in the hill, flying down the hill.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know the wingsuit.
You can, because it's all online, it's all sort of always connected to Steep.
Didn't SSX have that, actually? I started playing the other day. I only just played the first couple of levels, but didn't they have that element in there?
I don't remember, but I mean, I loved SSX. I thought it was a fantastic game, and this Steep, right, because it's always online, sort of connected, you can do these races, wingsuit races down the mountain.
Cool.
And it just looked awesome. It would got Wipeout or something. and then you've got the snowboard. Oh man, that game.
It's nice they're trying something original and new, because they could have just churned out another Assassin's Creed and another Ghost Recon and another dance game. So yeah, it's a try. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be the next mega big IP, but I thought you know what, this is a really good looking game and I really want to play it. So I'm excited for that. I've signed up for the beta. You can sign up for the beta on their website now. So
look at that.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll have to do that as well.
Yeah, because it looks good. It was really good. So yeah, Ubisoft, I thought it was okay. That redeemed them, that game, I would say, because I thought it was a pretty mundane conference. I was getting really stressed by the end of it, going, oh, is this going to finish it? But fair enough, they show the gameplay and stuff, but I just think they need to work on their pacing a bit more, because I think sometimes they just take too long about things, and so that annoyed me. Anyway,
Did they have For Honor quickly? Was that them? Was that Ubisoft?
yeah, For Honor, that was like quite a good game.
Yeah, I thought that looks quite cool. I mean, I haven't really played a game like that before, so that might be an interesting one to pick up. It looks really, really actually quite decent. I wasn't really... I knew what the name was, but I didn't know what the game was. I knew that I heard of the name, but then when it came on, I was like, actually, that looks pretty decent. So
yeah,
that might be one to look out for as well.
They showed some gameplay with Vikings and Samurai and the Knights. It just looked brilliant. I really like
I did see that video. Yeah, that looked quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then last but not least, as far as conference is concerned, was PlayStation. And that was rather epic. I mean, it started with an orchestra. Before the conference even started, they had the God of War orchestra playing, and it's like, what is going on? I mean, I was like, what? It really confused me. And then they opened up the curtains, show a trailer, and the first sort of, it wasn't actually a trailer, it was gameplay. Someone was sitting playing this game.
Yeah.
It was God of War. And it was and it looked epic. It's got the change. I mean, I love God of War anyway, but
are you happy with the changes they've made there? Because I mean, they seem to have taken a closer view behind Kratos. It seems more third person.
Yeah, but it looks epic, man. I mean,
it does. But the thing with God of War was you're a bit further away from the action, so you can look down and get some better combos. This seems
I can understand that, but I mean,
more akin to your Tomb Raider and stuff to me. Especially with the hunting and stuff.
It looks so good. It's just like.
Yeah, you can't fault how good that game looked.
And apparently, the ones, from what I hear, the ones who've played the extended demo, who are actually at E3, they're all talking about it as if it's Sony's best game at the show. And that's saying something. They're actually all talking about it as if it's probably the game of the show. That's how quite good it is. So, I mean, I've even seen journalists who didn't previously really like God of War saying it's brilliant. So I think this could be one to watch out for. And of course, I mean, it just kept going for Sony after God of War. You're talking like all these other games, like they showed Dead Don't Ride. It used to be called Dead Don't Ride. Days Gone, it's called now.
That looked amazing. I must admit, I've watched that clip a few times now. I mean, the whole zombie thing, just the swarms charging towards you. It's amazing, didn't it?
Yeah, that just freaking epic. I mean, I was thinking Dead Rising looked good, and then I saw this, and I'm like, okay then.
Yeah, I mean, it had that kind of feel that you would see in games like your Uncharted and The Last of Us. It had that kind of feel to it, the style, the visuals and stuff. And the whole fear of you about to die here any second. I mean, the gameplay looked fantastic.
Yeah, it just got so epic, and I mean, it just kept coming. I mean, that was actually one of my predictions, was it not? That would be shown. That's Sony Ben's game, isn't it? So I did say Sony Ben's game would be there. I called it Dead Don't Ride, but Days Gone. So that was one. No, I got 4 of my 5 predictions right.
Oh God, I don't even want to think how many I got.
I got 4 right. I was right about the PlayStation 4 not being there. I was right about that one. I was right about God of War almost. I said it'd be Vikings, but I was right about it being there, so I'll take up half a point at least. What else? There was one more thing I got right. I can't remember what it was though. I forgot. Oh, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man.
Which obviously was it makes sense. It's Sony exclusive. Hopefully it will look as good as it seemed there. I mean, that wasn't obviously in game, wasn't there? Just a video, but it looks like a great idea.
No, it was in game actually.
Oh, was it really? Okay, fair enough. Sorry. Okay.
It's confirmed on Twitter. By
the whole web shooting and swimming it looked quite cool. It reminded me very much of the old Spider-Man 2 game, which was a great. Yeah, I mean, being a comic fan, man, he hung back his costume was a bit of a disappointment, but that's just being a bit of a nerd there. Yeah.
What didn't you like about the costume? That it had a blue spider on his suit instead of
big
a
white spider on the front? Yeah, big white one on the front. Just not something you've seen before. I'm always happy to see new uniforms and things. It's quite cool.
But there could be a reason for that. It might be that'll change.
Possible, yeah.
I mean, there's a long time. I imagine it's not coming out in next year. So I think there could be a reason why it's white, though. They're obviously
it'd be good to see. I mean, Sony always managed to totally mess up the film, so hopefully they'll do a good job on the game this
I
time.
think they will. I think some that will do a great. Because what Marvel is saying is they're wanting top quality games from now on for their properties. So I think
Don't blame them.
And some that's a top quality studio, so I can't see it going wrong now. I think it'll be a great game. As for the costume, I've seen a few people mention that, and all I can say is just wait and see. Because I mean, it might be that there's a reason. It might be that it will change, and they just never had time to make it the way it, I don't know. There must be a reason. They're obviously wanting to go in all the particular details of things, so I'm guessing there's a reason for it. Okay. Yeah, so what else? Horizon got shown. Gameplay.
They're good. Another good looking game.
That was amazing. That I can't believe that is coming out in early next year. I just can't wait to play it. It's another game that just looks incredible, and it's almost like it's like a sort of Skyrim with metallic dinosaurs. It's got all these different weapons and sort of upgrade systems. It seems to have a huge map. It's got the dialogue.
It seemed quite convoluted when the fighting. There's a lot going on there. Hopefully it'll feel quite instinctive when you're playing it.
Yeah, I did think that myself. I'm thinking, God, I hope it's not hard. But but there was just so much shown. They're just...
Well, obviously you got the exclusive Hideo Kojima as well. Is it Death Standing? Is that right?
Death Riding or something. Oh, I can't remember now.
Death Standing, I'm pretty sure. But that was only a little sneak, wasn't it, really? There wasn't much in there.
Yeah, I can't remember. But it looked good anyway. But
that's
a long way away. And obviously Detroit as well, which looks got Heavy Rain 2 to me. I don't know if you saw that one.
No, I didn't actually.
Quantic Dream. It is Quantic Dream's game. Basically, you play as an android, and I'm playing the video now. But basically, you play as this android, and you have the same sort of choices as you did in Heavy Rain, except there's just thousands of them. It's just completely Heavy Rain 2, basically, but Heavy Rain, but much, much better. And it was that kind of had me thinking, wow, this looks good. The graphics seemed a bit uncanny valley to me in places, but maybe that will change. But I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, I loved Heavy Rain, so I can't complain about that. Of course, and then it was the VR stuff.
Yeah.
One of the funny things, right, was the Resident Evil 7, the kitchen demo they were doing actually had a 7 in it, and no one noticed. So they had this tech demo called Kitchen for VR. Hi there, sorry we're back. For some bizarre reason, my computer just completely froze up. So this is part 2 of the ShopTo Gaming Show. We didn't usually go in 2 parts, but oh well. Anyway, what was I saying? Let's continue. We were talking about the Resident Evil 7. I was just saying
That's number 7 in the kitchen or something you were saying about.
Yeah, basically, there's a demo called Kitchen for the PSVR, and it had in the sort of kitchen, in the writing of it, it had a wee 7. And the T there was a T, but they had to be split down the middle of the T to make it a 7, but no one noticed it was a 7. So basically that was a hint that Resident Evil 7's coming, and that will be fully playable in VR. So there you go. There's a little fact.
Too subtle.
So basically, Resident Evil 7 looked amazing. George has played it actually. Give us some thoughts, George.
I didn't know what to expect going into it. I knew what Resident Evil was. It's obviously the zombie game, but I've never really played it before, apart from when I was younger and I got a little bit scared by it. But I'm a big man now, so I'm straight in. And I actually looked it up, and people were saying it's a bit like PT, and I was like, oh god, that demo was really scary. Apparently, I never played it, but there was only like 2 or 3 jump scares in it, but it actually looks really, really good. I mean, you just basically walk around the house finding clues, putting together like this little bit of a story, and then you eventually get out, and as you do, the guy pulls you back and says, "Welcome to the family, son," and punches you in the face, and that's the end of it.
Lovely.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
That demo's now. Do you think if you were because obviously you can play the full game in VR? Do you think if you were playing in VR, it would be a lot more scary?
Yeah, definitely.
With the headphones on and stuff. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Dan, you tried it yet? The demo?
No, I'm going to stick it on my list. I only found out today that it was on there to play, so I'm going to give it a go later on. I heard it's quite good.
Give it a go. So other VR stuff. We saw the Battlefront thing we talked about earlier. There's a Batman VR which is coming out at launch.
Yeah, just tease out, didn't they?
No idea
wearing the
what that's
mask,
about. Looked a bit
the
weird.
cowl even.
What else? God, there was quite a lot. I thought
Star
the Call
Wars
of Duty. I thought the Call of Duty was the VR because they sort of, unless they're teasing that it is, but they sort of transitioned through all this VR stuff and then they went straight to this Call of Duty mission, which was on a spaceship, and it really looked like it was a VR and you were kind of had the headset on in this spaceship, and then it showed a different part of the demo which didn't look VR, and I'm thinking, no, maybe there's some VR in Call of Duty, but nothing's been confirmed or denied there. So who knows? Maybe it is.
Worth speculating about, isn't it? You never know. It's exciting.
Yeah, that'd be
just
pretty
the way
cool.
it transitioned straight through made you think it actually looked like it was in VR. So I don't know about that.
I mean, on the topic of Call of Duty, can I just say the campaign gameplay that they showed looked pretty decent. I mean, thinking that they've only had 3 years to completely design this whole system of flying around in space and stuff, I think it looks really, really cool. I know obviously people are giving it a lot of stick and stuff, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what it's all about. And with the COD 4 remastered, being able to play the campaign 30 days early on PlayStation, I think is going to be really, really cool. It's a big thing for Sony, I think, and Call of Duty as a whole moving basically over to PlayStation from Xbox. But I think doing the campaign 30 days early, I mean, if it was multiplayer, I'd get a lot of hype. But campaign, I mean, it's better than nothing 30 days early. So
yeah, and they never really. The amazing thing is they never really showed a lot near they did. When it comes to their third-party games, I mean, generally they show quite a lot, but they weren't really that bored about showing it. They just kind of kept going with games and games and games. They dated the PlayStation VR, which I think was already dated anyway. We already knew it was coming out in October, but we got a price for that.
And they also dated The Last Guardian.
Yeah, there was the Final Fantasy VR experience as well, wasn't there? That's right. I don't know if you saw that one, but I forgot to mention that. And they dated The Last Guardian finally. And from what I've heard, people have played it at E3. They've said it will be worth waiting for, so that's quite nice to know. Because it's been a long time, hasn't it? So thankfully, it sounds like it's going to be quite good. What else was there? God, Sony's just kept coming. It was just
Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and Warp to get in PlayStation 4 remasters.
Yeah, that was funny because obviously you had the Spider-Man demo, and then that finished, and then they had the orchestra play the Crash Bandicoot theme, and Sean Layden came out and he's going, "Oh, I've no T-shirt this time," he said. But obviously they're playing that tune and you're going, what's going on? Why they're cheering? It's Crash Bandicoot's back. And then they showed it in Skylanders and they said that all the best games are being remastered for PlayStation 4, and that's come 2017, I think. And I think what will happen is if it sells well, we might even get a new Crash. So if you're really that keen to get Crash on your system,
or even Crash Team Racing, I mean, that was the only contender for Nintendo's Mario Kart.
Yeah,
it was a fantastic game. It would be nice to see that again.
I just think if you're that keen to get Crash on your system, you need to buy this remaster. You need to put your money where your mouth is, basically. So all these people who are going, bring back Crash, every single one of them needs to get their hand in their pocket and buy the remaster, because if they do, then they'll have a good chance of Crash come back. If they don't, then I don't know. Then it'll probably never come back. Or what? So yeah, and then Sony kind of finished with the... Oh God, I keep calling it Dead Don't Ride. That's because it is the old name for it. Days Gone. They finished with that. More gameplay for that. Looked fantastic. So yeah, Sony's was full. Full to the brim, I'd say. So yeah, that was a very good conference. And finally, we had Zelda, didn't we?
They had a whole day, didn't they? just streaming it. I think I must admit I didn't watch it. I caught a few highlights of it this morning, and there were lots of people talking about it. They announced the name for it, didn't they?
Yeah,
I've forgotten already.
I forgot.
Breath of the Wild. That was it.
I forgot the name as well.
It seems like just a huge open world Zelda game, which is very exciting.
Yeah, it was good, but I mean, Zelda. I'm pretty disappointed. That's all we saw from Nintendo, really. But oh well.
I think there's a few more games on the actual floor, but that's not obviously Nintendo stuff. That's more to do with other studios. But yeah, Nintendo just offering that. To wait patiently for the new console news, I suppose, again, won't we?
Yeah, and I think it makes you wonder. This NX has to be something rather special. I mean,
it has to be, really, doesn't it?
Saying that though, Zelda, what's that good is what I'm looking at right now on the Wii U. I hate to fight it.
What's really worrying me, I mean, I will buy the NX. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But what's worrying me is, am I going to buy Zelda on the Wii U and then regret buying that on the Wii U because there's a better version of the NX?
Oh, you would think if it looks this good in the Wii U, I hate to think how good it looks on the NX.
Because I bought Twilight Princess for the Wii when it came out and didn't bother with the GameCube version, and I always regretted that because the GameCube version was actually better.
Yeah. Who knows what NX is though?
Stuff. So yeah, I know. This is again, I'm going to the dark. I mean, hopefully by the time Zelda comes out, with a better idea of what the differences will be and what this new NX is going to be about.
I've heard some interesting theories. I don't know if they're our theories or not. I can't remember if it was us that made up the theories or if someone else did. But I heard some interesting theories from us or someone else that what if Nintendo NX was basically a service that was released on PlayStation and Xbox. So, like, basically, you subscribe to this service or whatever, and you can just download all these Nintendo games and play them on your PlayStation.
I've been trying out the EA Access a bit recently, and it's not bad, actually, because it's free during the E3 event. I had to consider buying it. It's only 20 quid for the year. But why don't Sega do that? I mean, they've got so many games out there. I mean, it makes sense to say, right, just pay a subscription. You can play all of our games. I'd love to do that.
Imagine Nintendo done that, though, and just released a handheld. So say Nintendo NX was a service on your Xbox, on your PlayStation, on your PC, on your new...
on your phone and tablet. I mean, they're looking to work into tablet stuff, so why not just have a special control pad? Yeah.
And your Nintendo handheld, whatever the new Nintendo handheld. Imagine it was that, and whenever you bought a game on NX, you could play it on any of them. How amazing would that be?
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, that would totally revolutionise this. I don't think Sony would let that happen, would they? I don't know.
Oh, they would. Imagine, why wouldn't they? Because Nintendo needs to give them money to be on their console. You need to license games. Yeah. So, I mean, and it would sell Nintendo consoles. It would sell Xbox consoles. It would sell handhelds and all sorts. And it would make Nintendo lots and lots and lots of, probably even more money than they make now. So, I mean, I think that could be quite interesting. I don't know whether it'll ever happen, but it's quite an interesting theory, I think. Whoever came up with it. Don't know if it's us. Don't know. But yes, there we go. So, right, that's E3. Out of the way. That was something. That was good. I've seen better E3s. I thought Sony's conference was probably the best. One of the best I've seen in a long time, to be honest.
I have to agree. I think they knocked it out of the park. I think they really showed that they've got a lot of new IPs coming out. And it's all Sony stuff, whereas Microsoft were like, here's some more stuff from other people coming over here with their games.
Yeah.
I'm the last person who's a Sony fanboy, and my Xbox is always on. I'm playing it all the time. But Sony really did seem to have a better show this year.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was Sony, then Microsoft, then Bethesda, then Ubisoft, then EA. That's my order. What about you, Dan?
Oh, really? Oh, well, Sony definitely at the top there. I don't know. It's all just a mix afterwards, to be perfectly honest with you. Microsoft, I think, because they had a lot of new hardware showing there, and they are innovating. We didn't actually mention the 3 new items of sort of their hubs that they're creating as well. The looking for game, and the kind of almost like guild kind of ideas, isn't it? People can chat about the games they liked. You remember that in the actual conference?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. On
Yeah.
paying too much attention to it, and then
Yeah.
it really interested me, but I was like, yeah, okay.
I think as someone that plays quite a lot of group games, that to me is actually quite interesting. So that could be quite good. So yeah, I think Microsoft's second. Afterwards, just a bit of a free for all. I mean, there's lots of games in amongst. Each one's got their own highlight, really.
Yeah, okay, George, and stick out for you. What one stuck out for you the most?
I didn't actually see the Sony one, which I was a bit annoyed about. It was a ridiculous clock, and I did have an exam the next day, but I wish I could have seen it. But from the ones I saw, I think Microsoft was possibly the best, because I thought that it was really, really good. I thought their conference was great. So Sony's must have been pretty damn good. But I thought because they showed the new console, it was kind of like them saying, look, we know we screwed up. So here's a load of games and here's some new consoles that are better than the ones we've already got. So come to us and buy our games and play on our system, which I thought they did a pretty good job of. And then second place, I thought EA was pretty good because they showed some good gameplay. I liked it. And then they had the Battlefield stream straight afterwards, which was quite good because they had some celebrities doing it and some pro players? I think there were some pro players. But yeah, I thought that was quite a good stream afterwards. And Ubisoft, I'm not a massive Ubisoft fan, but I thought their stream was very, very good. I like the Watch Dogs 2 gameplay. I'm really excited for that game, actually. So, yeah, that's my order.
Yeah. I do think there's a lot of games to look forward to be honest, this year. I think most of the games we saw in all the conferences said 2017.
Yeah.
So 2017 is going to be some bloody year. I mean, It's absolutely jammed. Although
I think what's happening now is they're finally dropping the previous generation. It's not just games made for both generations. The PS3 and the PS4, Xbox 360 and whatever. It's now focusing solely on where we are right now, and I think that's where we're going to see a lot of good games.
Yep, and I mean, although I say there's a lot coming out in 2017, someone posted up an image for October and said, "Oh, I hope your wallet's not feeling the pinch after this month." And literally every week there's about 5 or 6 games coming out in October, and November's
rush. Yeah,
going to be just as bad. There's a lot of good games coming out this year. Maybe people forget that, but I think that's the reason they all focused on next year, because there's already so many jammed into this year, and I'm quite excited for it. So.
Good. I mean, we've hardly mentioned there's still so many games out there. You've got the Dead Rising game out there. You've got the Nier, State of Decay 2. And there's so many other games just floating around ready to come through, aren't there?
Exactly. There's games Sony didn't even show that are coming out this year, like No Man's Sky, obviously.
Yeah.
And obviously Gran Turismo Sport, they never really showed a lot of.
Do you know if No Man's Sky was on the floor at all? Or is it just behind closed doors still?
It could have been, I don't know. And obviously
I've not looked into that yet.
Forza Horizon 3, which we didn't even mention in the podcast.
Oh yes, the Australia one, yeah.
That just looks amazing as well.
That looks really, really good.
So, and I really like Forza Horizon. I like it better than the main series, personally. So, I mean, there's tons. There's tons. I mean, and we've ran out of time for questions. We did have a few, but we've kind of ran out of time, really. But let's just see. Let's just see if we can answer some quick ones. Because we've got a few. We've got a few. So I may as well do what I can. Someone asked us to rate the conference in order. We already done that, so that's good. Someone's just asking about 4K and all that. We're not really technical though, are we? So we can't really ask. Would we rather have a 1080p and 60 frames per second or 4K and 30 frames per second? I would like it. I mean, to me, it's not important. But there's a lot of people that really are hung up on it. And yeah, I probably wouldn't even notice the difference, to be honest. as long as
the game plays really well, the graphics can be, blocks, which a lot of the games are.
Give me Uncharted 4's any day. I don't know what that ran at, but I thought it looked amazing. I thought it ran well. If they all play like that, then I'm happy. So, yeah.
I think I'd take 1080p at 60 FPS over 4K at 30 because the main games I play, Call of Duty, everything runs at 60, but GTA 5 on the PS4 actually runs at 30, and I find it really noticeable, the difference between the two frame rates. Yeah, I think it does. I know that online does, at least. I'm pretty sure.
I guess
there is
online,
definitely...
you're right, isn't it? I know for like gamers that play a lot of online games, it's quite important to have more frames, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when you put, because I don't play online a lot, so that's probably why I don't notice as much. But I think for people who play online, you're probably right. Right, any more questions? There was one. But any word in everybody's golf? Everybody's golf wasn't even at E3. I was looking for an E3 trailer at least. No word on it. At game, I think I even asked Josp, Yoshida. I think I even tweeted him and goes, why wasn't that there? Because I really like that game. I think it's cracking. So, but there was no word in that, so I'm afraid not. And that's it. That's it. We've answered the questions that were there mostly already, so I don't need to ask them again. So yeah, good. There we go. Sorry, stream crashed right in the middle, but at least my camera never froze this time. So
there you go.
Always something that is to go wrong. Bloody technical issues, eh? So there we go. There's not really a lot of games coming out. We've got Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. There's a demo for that out now. If you want to pre-order the PlayStation VR, then you better hurry up, because Sony's expecting stock to be quite low. We've already ran out our allocation for day one, to be honest. But we do a bundle with the PlayStation camera as well. So we've still got some of them for day one, and you need the PlayStation camera if you want to use PlayStation VR anyway. So if you don't own one, that's quite a good bundle to grab, and you'll get it day one. All the games announced at E3 are all available for pre-order on ShopTo now, so they're all up there. And I don't know. I think that's it. I don't think we've got any competitions or anything. There's not really a lot of games coming out next month, so we can have a wee rest, and then in August it's all just going to kick off again, isn't it?
Get ready. Yeah, that's it.
But we'll have a few reviews. George is looking at Mighty Number 9. I'll be reviewing Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, and any other little things.
That's it at the moment. It's very quiet, isn't it?
Sort out. I've no release list for July. I think there's maybe one or two that I probably just forgot about. August is probably when it starts to kick off again, but generally September in it is when it gets really busy. So so look out, keep watching the site for all the gaming news. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitch and on YouTube. Like us on iTunes, leave reviews, say how wonderful we are, and all that malarkey. See how unprofessional we are.
You're just tired. There's a lot of work these past few days.
God. I
no more games
so
for a while.
Tired. I need to just go lie down. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes,
we'll see you next week. Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.